I had to go back and look at my previous videos, but it's been 2 years since the last time I've done any treatment to this driveway. So I used a box blade about 2 years ago. It's long overdue. We had some pretty good puddles that are developing here over the winter time. We're starting to retain some water there. If you watched our eclipse video, you saw it was a pretty rainy day and we had a lot of water standing in the middle of the driveway. So it's time to pull the box blade out again. I got the scarifiers down all the way down. We'll just see what we can do here. I'm going to angle the box blade a little bit. Right now it looks like it's angling this way, but I want it to go so the left side up and the right side down. And I'll keep always to the right of the driveway, whether I'm coming up it or down it. And that way I'll try to create a little bit of a crown, gouge more out on the edges and pile more up into the center. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, that's a little bit better of an angle. Another thing is that the driveway's a little wet. I checked the forecast and we have 10 days coming up here where we're going to have some sort of precipitation in every one of those days. So I want to take care of this now while it's not totally wet. It could be drier for this and we'll just see how this works out. In fact, behind me the skies are pretty gray and it's coming this way, so hopefully we can squeak this in before the rain starts. This is my wet area here, and slow and steady and persistence is going to win this race. Basically, it's going to take several passes to get this driveway in shape. And even though at this point the driveway's looking pretty good, you want to keep going, keep making several passes over and over again. Make sure those scarifiers hit in a different spot every time you put it down, so you loosen up all the stone in your driveway. Now I find that the bucket is better to use towards the end when you want to smooth things out and give it that finished look. The bucket's going to give you a little bit wider swath. It's easier to work with. You can fluctuate the pressures with the loader arm and the curl function. Alright, we should be good at least, hopefully, till next year, and now it's time to switch things up a little bit. So the chickens have done their job. We've walled them off from going into the garden now, but if you notice, there is hardly a weed inside of there, and they pretty much keep it picked clean, which is great. We can plant our garden now, get our garden going, and then in August, September, we can open up the gates again and let them go in there and pick everything clean again for next year. I think next year I'm only going to enter on the driveway side because I tore up some of the new grass we planted alongside the garden here. Oh, just a quick note, this is where I sprayed some wet and forget on our shed, and you can tell that it's killed off all the moss, but the moss is still clinging on there. We've had a couple rains, and I'll see what happens in another couple weeks. Now, last week's video, if you remember, involved our honeydew list, but it was mainly dealing with the front of the tractor, the front end loader, using a carryall up front. This week's video, we took care of the honeydew list with the rear end of the tractor. We still have a few more things to do with the back end of the tractor and maybe a combination of the front and the back. And I will spare you some of the other things that I've been doing, like cleaning out this composting toilet that we brought back from Southern Ohio. So I cleaned it out best I could on the inside, pressure washed it, cleaned the drawers out, all the chambers. Everything looks pretty good. I got it all set here. I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and hopefully we'll get a bite. I'm starting out around $600. These things go for $2,000 brand new. Nothing has changed on these things since they were first developed back in the mid-1980s. And if you were to buy one today, it's exactly as you see it here right now, even though this one is about 20 years old. So I hope I can get a little bit of money for it. I also spared you of us cleaning out our front porch. I pressure washed that, got all the pollen off all the furniture. We wiped everything down, so we're all good for the summer now to sit out there and relax. But that's going to do it for today. I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoy and subscribe to these videos. Click on that little bell when you want to know when a new one is coming out. And keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody.